Bow time, let's go! Blue Merinos, get ready, we're gonna make the cutest bow. Look at the combo here, yep. Candy corn, like it or not, it's so cute to make in our Halloween bows, and we're gonna make the cutest. So we're gonna start off here by making what we call as a funky bow, and all that means is that it has some tails that are going up and some tails that are going down, and it gives a very whimsical look. So it's best to use in informal, festive pieces. So in this case, we're doing something with candy corn and Halloween, so perfect application for that type of bow. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay out my ribbons and kind of get a system. This is the way I teach in design school, so you're kind of getting a sneak peek here. We start with a base ribbon, and then we break it up with something transitional, and then we can bring the pattern from the back to the front, or vice versa, to kind of create that depth. And so they're not all foreign patterns to each other, but they pull out a little of each. You can see in here we have yellow, we have white, and we have, of course, orange. And that's all in our candy corn shape. So it was perfect for me to pop this one in the middle, where I'm just popping the black from the background and the orange. And then I'll bring this little candy corn back to the foreground when we layer up our pattern. That's kind of the basics on laying out a bow. And yeah, if you don't already like and subscribe and follow, please do that now. Go ahead, click it. I'm waiting, click it. Because you're going to want to do that because you don't want to miss any more from us. And when you're ready to take our relationship to second base, I would love for you to come and get on our text list. At, yes, you got to text us, 832-734-5201. Or go right over to textkali.com, head to that website, and you can sign up there. And guess what? If you send us VIP, you will be sent back a little sweet treat. You're going to love it. Now you can see I already cut the first cut at an angle. And I'm going to make my first tail going up. So I put it in at 8 inches, and then I twist it. Yep. And then I'm going to just flatten that out right there. And that'll be our first part of this bow. And that's kind of the whimsy. We're starting with a tail. Now I'm going to go on the left side, and we're going to make our first loop. You can see how I kind of brought my hand under. Y'all, I've made thousands and thousands and thousands of bows, sold thousands of wreaths, and so I'm really good at making bows quickly and efficiently. But one of the keys is you got to keep this really loopy, okay? Really loopy. I'm going to come on to the right, and we're going to do another one at 7, and I'm going to twist. Okay, and when I twist, that means I'm coming back with another loop, all right? If I'm terminating the bows or the loops, then I scrunch. But here I'm twisting. We're going to do 2 on each side. Everybody's staying out at 7. And then I'm going to scrunch down. And I'm going to come out to 8 inch on these tails. And go ahead and cut that at an angle. Look how pretty. I love it. Okay, there's our starting point right there. Now I'm ready to bring my next ribbon in. But depending how you want it to... the background to be, I sometimes like to go ahead and add another tail. So in here, I will go ahead and add tail number 2 right on the opposite side. So this is how this tail went this way, and we're going to just cut it the same length. Should be right at 16. I'll bring it in, and we will put it right through the middle here. Okay, and just scrunch that, and we're going to go opposite. So you can see these are opposite cuts to each other. That's perfect. And we're going to do the same thing here. Opposite cuts. And so when they come together, they make a cute little chevron like that. That's just a way of putting your background ribbons. Okay, now you can see I created a really strong base with a lot of that pattern. If you don't want all that pattern, no worries. All you need to do is just use one, like we started off with. Now I'm going to come in with my stripe. I love this stripe because it's got that good texture. I am always a real sucker for anything that feels like organic or natural feeling. I love that type of texture, and this one's got a good one like that. So I'm going to come out to the right, and we're going to layer my tail on just a little bit shorter. I like for it to layer up a little shorter. And let's come in with 2 again. I'm going to make them a little shorter. Instead of at 7, we're going to go 6. So a whole inch shorter. Here comes our first one. And I'm just going to stack these right on top of our previous loops. Stack them right on top, okay? And I'm still keeping them nice and loopy. I love to keep it loopy. No comments about me because it probably matches. Yep, keep it loopy. All the way out to 7 scrunch. Now, and that means I'm not twisting, okay? Basically, I'm just gathering it together, not twisting. Cutting it at an angle a little bit shorter so that those layer up layered like that. That looks good, okay? Now, I am going to add in a second tail as well so I can have it be pretty symmetrical on either side. Now, let's come in here, and these two are going to point. That's fine as long as they're opposite. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to scrunch. And these two, I will cut them to where they're opposite right there. Okay, good deal. Now we've got the orange and the black popping. And we're going to come back. I am going to be using the little bitty candy corn ribbon in the center, but it's not a wire ribbon. And it is got like all this great movement. We're going to put some little knots in it and stuff. But, so we're going to layer it on top of another ribbon. So a really easy way to do that is literally we can stack these up. So if I wanted to layer these, just put them on the spool holder in the order we want to use them, and I can just stack them right up to do my last loop, okay? So we're going to start by pulling them with the same length, and then I'm going to cut these to match at the right-handed angle here, and then I'm going to add in my little top layer. Now when you pull a stack like this, sometimes they don't pull, you know, equally because there's a lot of math behind that because they're different size spools and just how that works. So just know to go slow, all right? And you see I just stacked them up and layered them, and that's super cute. Now, tail needs to be a little shorter than we've been going, so that's probably about 5. Now gather it yourself, put it in the middle, and then twist it, okay? Cute little layered up look. Now we're gonna pull our spool. They're gonna get all whacked, don't worry. We'll get it straightened out later. And now I'm gonna make my first little centerpiece right here. 5 inches. 5 inches, right, going down the center. Now stack them up pretty good before you twist because you need them in the center. There you go. You did great. That's cute. And then 5 inches on this other side. It's the beauty of being able to do different things with your ribbons and kind of create that cohesive look. Look how those are all layered up. Now, if you want these, or like, Clea, I don't want them to slide around, you want them to stay like that, you could just tack a little bit of glue under each one once you're done with the bow, and you are set, and it will not move on you. Okay, I'm going to trim this way all at once, and we are done. We are done with our bow. How cute is that? So they were all different layers, but we came into the center to finish it off. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to get ready and take this off the bow maker and get our center nice and tight. So take a cable tie, and I prefer at least an 8-inch. This is an 11-inch we're using here. Add a little pressure as it starts to pop up. You notice I kept my finger on top. And I'm going to bring this off and rotate this to the back. Okay, add some pressure while you're fluffing. Make sure you keep these all together. Okay, right in the middle. And manage your tails. Yep, I want these to lay on top of each other. How cute is that? Okay, tails up and tails down. Spread them out. Isn't that adorable? Looks really good. I love using that as the top layer. Once it's all together and ready to go, I'm going to rotate it behind, and we are going to add a cable tie to the back and then just pull it tight. Okay. Now, let's take and run cable tie. We already have the cable tie in, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run a ribbon right through the middle, and I think the cutest one will be this one with the candy corn. So let's grab it, and we're going to run it through, and I'm going to put a little bit of knots in on it too, because I think that's so cute. So I cut kind of a long strip here, and I'm going to take and cut it and do a couple of strips. So you've got like a doubled up piece. Come right through the middle. It's the perfect size for a middle ribbon. It looks so good in there. And then I'm going to take and do one knot, and I'm going to try to make sure my ribbons kind of finish with their cute little designs forward. if possible. When I pull them tight here, just like that. And that way these can just add to the funkiness of the tails, and you can just take and trim them just a little bit to finish off their little edges. This is stinking cute. And literally you've made the cutest little bow right in the center of the bow. I think it turned out great. Now let me give you a close-up before you go. But it is super cute, and I love this art of stacking up our ribbons and really making the cutest bow. I cannot wait to see yours. Make sure you share it with me. This is adorable.